Whoa, here we go again. And it's the QPL Show. We here.
Yeah.
We about to be here always, every day. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Every
like, well, not every day, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Welcome to the QPL. I'm your boy, Mr. Ann Davis, and I'm here with
The one and only Doc Massard. Holla at your boy.
And listen, bro, I always say this because I like clothes. I'm just gonna be honest. I like clothes.
Super
but
fast.
that merch is tough, bro.
Oh man, I appreciate
It's
you.
King, right?
Appreciate
King?
you. Yes, sir.
That's
right.
tough.
Right.
I can read.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But no,
You
it's
know what I mean?
different because it's like art. It looks like art.
Yeah.
You know what would have been dope? You would add a little color to that crown, like a gold to the crown.
Oh yeah. Oh
That-
yeah.
but that's
It
still
ain't too
dope.
late. Ain't too late.
No, that's fire
You know
though.
what I mean?
But hey, we gonna have it. Some of that merch soon.
Yes.
But I also want y'all to remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
Always do that. You know, and share with your auntie, your
Liking
grandma,
it,
your baby mama, your
sharing it.
baby daddy, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Ugly
Yeah.
kids, cute kids. You know what I'm saying? Share it with them.
Share the show with the ugly kids. Don't share the ugly kids with us. Anyways, my brother, what is happening today? What is going on?
What Guans? We are talking about. And Doc doesn't like this. I don't know why he didn't intro this part because he is already, the villain smile and laugh. So I'm gonna let you. You know what? You introduce it because that's what you want to do.
Look, man. This
is how I know. This is how I know that Doc likes these because he just sits there in that area and just starts smiling and big cheesing and then a little. So, Doc, what we talking about today, man?
stupid ass people.
Yeah, see?
Look,
Told you.
why
why?
do we allow stupid people to believe that they smart?
Yeah,
Right.
man.
Right. So that's
the whole world almost, or the leader of the free world.
Listen. So look, I think that because we're gonna break it down in stages, right. But just so everybody gets a solid understanding. When we say stupid, I'm not meaning people who may have a bad day, people who may be off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for that week or something happened in their life or whatever.
I like how he's like really like gift wrapping this up.
You know what I'm
because
saying?
Really, what is coming down is to stupidity. But go ahead, keep going.
Stupid. Right? Like people who are arguably dumb or do even smart people who do, well, not smart, but like above average intelligent people who do something really, really fucking stupid
Right.
all the time.
Yeah.
Some reason it seems like as a society, we can't tell people that they stupid.
And here's the thing about it too, is with the stupidity is we got a lot of people who are leaders. Who lead people
Yeah.
to stupidity.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you not? And here's the thing for me. If I know I don't know,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask somebody.
Right.
'Cause
What's wrong with that?
Because I don't want to be looking like the brother that be like, Aunt told us that it was green, but it was actually red.
Right.
And he saw the red the whole time, but he still said it was green.
Bruh. It be so many times, even at work. Like when I first got to the job, not the job I got right now, but like the last position that I did. When I first got there, we would be holding these meetings and then they would just kind of throw, I'm just learning the job. And they'd be like, Doc, well, what do you think? And I'm like, yeah. I don't know. I have no idea whatsoever.
That's definitely me on Google Meet.
Yeah, I mean,
They'll be like, huh? What'd you say? The last part was that the thesis statement was strong.
so
I'm
I'm
going to go with that one.
Sounded like an idiot or that I'm a pathological liar. I don't know, because it'd be easy shit to prove wrong too. Like,
Bro, you know what I used to do is I used to remember the last line they said and then just make it into a strong statement. So if somebody was like,
in middle school,
no, this is still in real life as an adult.
bruh.
Because my thing is, I hate Google Meets. I hate Zooms. I hate a whole bunch of people on there that just be talking about nothing. And then when they be like, so Anthony, what you think? So what the last man said was correct. I definitely agree how he said that. And we're just going to go with what he's saying. I mean, understand that the whole process is through what he was talking about.
But he did suggest to bring back slavery. And are good with this.
See, and that's why I need to start paying attention. They be like, yeah, sign this. Yeah, sure. All right, and go ahead and get on the boat. What?
Yahtzee. All right, so let's start it off. One, why do you think that society encourages or allows for stupid people to be treated like they're smart? Let's just say average people, not even super powerful people like that, but just like average dumbass people. Why is it?
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like Family Feud when people would be like, good answer, good answer. I just think people want quick, good answers that are not the best answers or not correct at all.
Wait a second. You think the people asking the question want just good answers?
Just be like, hey, just give me what's your take? Just give it to me. What do you think? They'd be like, good answer. That's a good answer. But it's not. We just want you to hurry up. But I will say this.
Y'all is serious? This is this man face is. But it's not.
But it's not. It is incorrect. And this is the thing too, and I feel like our society deals with microwave responses.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. Ooh.
Microwave responses. So they wanted somebody to say something, and I think this is why, and no need to get political, because I'm not a political person, but this is why they love Trump so much. Because they want him to give a quick wrong answer and think that that's okay.
That's good enough.
It's good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine as long as he gave us an answer that we'll understand. We understand it. We know that it's wrong, but we're glad. This is what I remember somebody saying about Trump. Well, at least he's honest. But if he's honest and wrong,
he's honestly wrong.
He's honestly wrong. Is that what you want? You want an honestly wrong answer. That's society, brother.
So I can even understand. Not that I say it's right. I can even understand when it comes to him in particular because of like the amount of power that he holds, right? Amount of influence. But the nigga who work at Walmart, who every single time he sees you, hey now, slow down.
What? Oh, bro, that's funny that you said that because I was at Walmart one time and this dude was honestly wrong. He seemed like he had been there for a long time. He was like, he was so confident. He was like, if you want to go ahead, this is the aisle 13. If you want to make a left down here, then you want to come in right. That's where all your comforters will be. If you look right there. Brother was wrong. And the person who was behind him who worked for Walmart was like, I'm going to let him have it. So this Negro saw us being lost. And he found the other person finally comes around.
Sacrifice.
Yeah,
because we got to make a point.
Yeah, he honestly after that, the other person that was working that came around, he was like, "It was wrong." I was like, "So you didn't tell us that it was wrong?"
See, that person that came around, were they in the family as well?
Yeah, for sure.
See, they had to get that laugh
for sure. They had.
See, that's wrong. That's wrong because in family, if you see somebody getting bad information, what you supposed to do is like signal to them,
nah, it's wrong.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, like I said, every once in a while I'll be doing security on the weekends, right? And so we was at a party and there was a lady who was about to go into like this one area. Oh, and they was trying to fix like the heated lamp. And so like he's sitting there messing with it, this and that, and she is sitting right by the lamp. And I'm like, you should go. And she was like, he said it's fine. I says, you should.
So you was giving her a warning.
I was trying. And then she was like, no, I'll be fine. I says,
yep. I wipe my hands of this.
You like it? I love it.
Right?
When I did this, sis got up. And then immediately something failed. Like, and I was like,
Yep.
So I believe that you're right. That I believe that the group think, you know what I'm saying? That the people all they just want a quick answer.
Yeah, for sure.
But they also want to be validated. But I think the other thing that's wild to me today is that it doesn't matter if you're dumb if people will still watch you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I ain't even talking about just getting on social media because there's different levels of like, you could think this person's an idiot, but like they know how to draw views. And I'm like, well, shit, man, there ain't but 3 people seeing my show. So hell, maybe I should be dumb as hell too. But no, I'm just talking about in real life though. You know what I'm saying? Or like, okay, you ever been to a place, I'll say a coffee place, right? A nice coffee place.
We went to one just recently,
and you ask for something and they pronounce a word in a way that makes you wonder, are they wrong or have I been saying this wrong?
Yeah,
forever?
I've had to check myself a couple of times on words that I'd be like, I know that it hasn't been like this all my life. And I'm not the smartest brother in the world. Like I said, I went to public school. I went to one of them classes where we sat at the moon table and we sounded out words really slowly. You know what I mean? But at the same token,
as long as that wasn't in high school.
no, it wasn't high school. but in elementary, they would take us.
Elementary's fine.
Elementary, they would put us in the line.
Right.
You got to go to the other class, sit with the moon table, sound these words out, Anthony. That was me. So that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I'm not the smartest person in the world. However, that word wasn't that word. You know, I'm gonna tell you something too. We being silly, but another thing too about society is we have been in this participation award.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you a great example. We can go to a baseball game and little Johnny will be backwards trying to catch the ball, and everybody be like, "That's good, Johnny." He's thinking he's right. So he grows up and he says, my mom cheered for me. Right. So I guess I'll do everything backwards.
I guess this is what's right.
But it's because we live in a participation award society. Because, I mean, you and I growing up, you was wrong, you was wrong.
You was wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, I'm not going to act like participation trophies just started when we got grown. Because I also played rec league basketball. And you literally only get burned because your mama and daddy paid that little $25, $50, you know what I mean? So, like, I did play rec ball up until, like, sophomore year of high school.
Right.
Right?
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, because I was trash.
But you know what, though? Only thing is, did they give you award every time?
No.
See, that's where we're different.
Nah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like, yeah, because you're right. Because if the team actually won something,
Right.
and I know I ain't did nothing, I
Right.
still got a trophy. And I was like, that's kind of janky. Even as a kid, back in the 80s, I was like, that's feels a little weird.
Yeah.
But these days, if they just give you literally just for showing up,
Right.
and I think
And
that
tying
people
your
do
shoes
that at
and
work.
chewing
Oh
bubble
my
gum at
God,
the same
dude.
time.
And yo, they do that at work.
Yeah, I know.
At various jobs, they do it at, You know where a participation trophy happens all the time? Relationships.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to leave that one there. Okay, so look here. We're going back to stupid people. When is it appropriate to call somebody out on something that they said or did that was stupid?
If I know you. If I know that you and I have a great relationship, I ain't gonna call everybody stupid. I'm gonna just let them be stupid. But if I know you and you, this is how I feel like. Anything that Doc does and we do it together, that's my squad.
Right.
So if somebody's like, Doc said something stupid and you didn't check him, then it falls along the line of me too. Because then it's like, you both stupid. The fact that you didn't check him that he was stupid.
Right.
And
So
you
thought that was right?
And I stood here like, yeah, that's it, Doc. You stupid too.
Right.
Same thing with my girl. Like
That's fair.
if we're together and I'm like, that's probably not the
Probably
best
not
thing.
the
You know what I'm
way.
saying? I'm gonna let you know, like that's probably not it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just the dope thing about it is all my friends are pretty mature, intelligent.
He had to think about that shit for a second.
Yeah, I had to think about my friends. I had to go, look, you know what happened? Everybody's face went in like a car, like stupid. Okay, intelligent. Yeah. Like, I mean, Doc can argue with the best of them. My girl is very smart. She loves conversation when it comes in depth.
Yeah.
But like, there's some people that I'm like, you know what? You probably should save this.
Yeah.
And I know me. When I know when politics start happening, I'm like, you know what? That ain't gonna be me. And somebody asked me one time, why are you so quiet? Because I know where I'm stupid at.
Fair.
And not stupid to the point of like, I don't know, but I can't go back and forth about politics. But I do know, I just don't know how to.
I think
You know what I'm
I think it's dumb if you know that you have a very limited amount of knowledge in something and yet you want to argue somebody down.
Yeah.
Who you know damn well.
Yeah.
They know what they talking about, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I think I learned.
Yeah, say it, brother.
No, we're gonna get to that question. We're gonna
Okay.
get to that question. So I will say an appropriate time to tell somebody that they did something or said something stupid, even if they're not close. Right. If they're not close, you know me. I always started off almost the exact same way.
Yeah, the delivery.
Out of curiosity.
You could tell Doc worked for HR because his tact Although very scary to some, he starts out very ginger. You know what I'm saying? Very delicate. Let me lay this on a little thin.
Out of curiosity, I just want to make sure I heard this correctly.
Yeah.
Right, and then I'll repeat what I believe they said, what I believe I heard them say verbatim as much as I can, and then be like, "What did you mean by that?"
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that's when Doc tries to show you how dumb you are when he says, "What do you mean by that?" So then when somebody has to repeat the dumbness, then it's
everybody gets to hear. Like,
I've had one time where I was with Doc and he made them repeat it and he was like, "Wait a minute, I didn't mean
that's what you said.
What I meant to say." And I was like,
"That's not what you
God.
said."
And as it just kept sinking, the ship kept sinking, and I was like, you know what time is it? Is it time to go home?
There you have. Go ahead on out. All right. So, what is the most memorable time that you last called out an idiot or put somebody on blast?
It was more about I was working at a place, and when I was working
Place
there,
unknown.
yeah, I can't say it because I still know people and deal with some of those people on the, you know. However, it was a protocol that we were going by at this program, and I knew the protocol. I've been there. I've been working there for a long time, and I had said something to somebody in the sense of like, don't say that because it's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, before you go out there and marching out with your chest out, you know what I'm saying? I'll say it, because you know everybody, when they wrong right, they try to be strong with their voices. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you wrong right, you just be like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling this person, I'm almost said his name. I'm telling the person, don't say that. I promise you, you're not gonna want that. So the person come out, he's like, yeah, man, this is what the dude did to me. He was like, you right. I'm not gonna say it. But when we went outside, he got upset. And that's where the emotions started coming out. And then he was like, well, to protocol /1.9/ this, it states.
Emotion.
And bro, in my head, I was like, no. First of all, he said the 1.9 and it wasn't 1.9.
Ooh.
So it was.
Was it far off?
It was far off. It wasn't even close to 1.9. It had to be like, I think at the time, like a statement 7 point something.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he said it. He did the full thing. Everybody crossed their legs. The boss says, you know that's wrong. And you've been working in this program how long? And you said 1 point and it's. And he was a brother.
Oh.
So he got called out by one of those ones. And I was like, all I could do was look at him and go, yeah, I tried to tell you. But then this is the thing that sucked. She said, because she liked him too, she was like, did anybody have this discussion with him? And if so, why didn't we educate him?
Why did we leave him dumb?
Yeah, leave him to drown.
That's tough.
And this is where it got worse. He was like, yeah, somebody told me, but I didn't listen. So, yeah, that was a rough one. That was a rough one.
What's worse about that is that, like, I feel bad for him because that's a stand-up move to be like, yeah, man, somebody tried to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Somebody tried to look out for me. But then that's also dumb, too. We could talk about this later. You could be like, hey, man, you was right. You know what I mean? But like, whoo, that's tough.
Yes, the fact that somebody told you and you said the wrong thing, that's a write-up. I thought he made it seem like he was saying it to, like, maybe help his case. Yeah. But the boss was like, and someone told you? Right up. Shit. So let's just say, he stayed.
That's tough, man.
But his tail was tucked between his legs for a while.
Yowza. Mm-hmm. I think one of the most memorable, and I say it's memorable because it definitely altered my life, right? So I was in middle school. I had just moved to a new district, new school. Right. In middle school, that's where the demons are born.
True that. Or sixth graders. Yes. If you don't have middle school, sixth graders, that's where
that is where it starts. Mm-hmm. And so it's sixth grade year. My next door neighbor This dude, I say his name. No, I'm not gonna say his name. But you know what I'm saying? Unknown. Neighbor unknown. You know what I mean? But he was a heavy set kid and he was tall, like big for middle school. Like, yo, you a high schooler size. What is this? You know what I mean? And so like we was in the same class and it was him and this other unknown inmate number 78976.
Inmate.
So like they was in their class together and the teacher had said something and unknown number 1 in class to the teacher says, well, I'll be changing the grades when I get home. He said,
loud?
Out loud, bruh. Because the teacher was like, you know, you're going to want to make sure like, your parents have to see this.
Wait, what grade was y'all in?
This was 6th grade, dog.
Oh, no.
I had just moved to Lake Taylor Middle School in Norfolk, Virginia. And listen, we was in homework. We wasn't in homework. We was in like the science class or whatever. I still remember what the room looked like. You know what I mean? And like he was in front of me, directly in front of me. So I heard him very clear.
Dang.
And he was like, yeah, I changed the F to a B. Really? And I said, as the new kid, damn, that's stupid.
Out loud?
Out loud. I could not help myself. Damn, that's stupid. And everybody laughed.
Yeah, heck yeah. I would have laughed too.
Don't nobody know new kid that can't fight. New kid don't know. New kid can't fight.
Oh, shoot.
So we get off the bus and we are walking and inmate unknown tells person unknown, man, I can't believe you let the new dude clown on you.
Oh,
we are all walking in the same direction.
Oh, man.
I am like 10 feet behind these dudes. And so you hear them talking loud, you looking back. I mean, you better than me. You know what I'm saying? I'd have beat him. I'd have punched him in his face. You know what I'm saying? If that was me. But I mean, I guess you just like that. Ain't that right, new kid? Don't talk to me.
Right. I don't know you.
Don't talk to me. And so we got to my house. Inmate number 1 says, I guessed unknown next door neighbor said, what you say? He was talking trash? Clocked me straight in my.
Was you sleep?
I was.
Or you just got to hit.
So he hits me. He hits me in my eye, right? And then so like I come back and I try to lunge at him, and he kicks me in my chest with a Timberland boot. I got stretched on my front yard by my next door neighbor.
So that's when you laid out.
That's when I got dropped.
You had a whole blanket and pillow.
Yeah, it was bad. And so from that point though, what I learned is
don't say nothing.
If you gonna say something, better be prepared to run a fade.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to run a fade, shut your mouth.
Yep, shut
and
your mouth.
I think that is what very many people today need to be reminded of. You got the First Amendment, you can run your mouth all you want to. That's cool, but say what you want to the right person, then go ahead and clear your clock.
Get knocked out.
So I learned that early, that you stupid people don't typically react in calm ways. You know what I mean?
True that.
Yeah, you get two idiots together, they finna do something wild. You know?
And shout out to the brother, the inmate who kept egging it on.
Bruh.
He was ready for you to get
Bruh. Yo, so yeah, there's a whole, I'll tell you a story about why his name's inmate. So yes, now we got these, the dumbs out the way on that one. How do you handle getting put on blast? Because every human person has a dumbass moment.
Oh, yeah.
So we're friends, and we say dumb shit around each other all the time.
No, we do.
We do get caught lacking all the time. So the group chat be on fire.
Disrespectful on fire.
But outside of the group chat, in your real everyday life, sir, how do you handle getting called out when you do something dumb?
First, I'd be mad. I ain't gonna lie, because I'd be like, did I say? I know I did. Then I'd be like, yeah.
Wait, you be mad at them or you be mad at
them? Because I'd be like, what? Then I'd be like, you know what? I had to go back and read it. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I did say peanut butter and jam is not a sandwich. They'd be like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to say something different. So when I go back and read, because I'd be mad scrolling, I'd be like, man, I know what I said. Dang, there it is. Yeah, that's.
How do I do when I get called out there? Because I do get called out there from time to time. I'm not initially mad at the person. I'm mad at me. I will inspect, because it don't take long for me to figure out, like, Was I right? Because I'll argue some shit down, right? I'll be like, you don't say that. You don't say that. It it do say that.
It do say that.
Yeah. Nah, that was me. Damn. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
For pointing that,
Yeah.
that out. Like, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But like, ooh, that drive home?
Oh yeah, it's the long one. It's the long one because you can't say nothing.
What can you say?
Bro, I'm
like,
telling you, when you do dumb things like that and you have to think about it, it's probably the longest. It's like the longest division that you have to, like, you know what I'm saying, piece together.
So bad,
because you just be like, man, if I carried a 1 and then I subtracted, then I just brought down the.
And then, still be wrong. With that,
Yo.
we're gonna take a break real quick, pay some bills. We'll be back with the quiet part loud.
Yeah, we was loud for real. And we're back. You listen, I enjoy the conversation, man. You know, it's always thinking of stupid people and stupid things, but also sometimes I'm stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It be that way.
It bees like that.
What's
sometimes.
worse, though? Is it worse to know you're dumb or for everybody else to know you're dumb and you think, I'm good?
Oh,
because it seems to be a lot of very happy dumbass people.
It's when I know I'm dumb. It's like I got to be better than this. You know what I'm saying?
I can't be this.
I can't go because I think for me is every time I go out, I'll be like, man, I gotta make sure that I don't say something stupid. That's me. I'm a whole setup person. I just like I know where I'm going today, and if I say something that's like somebody is gonna say that's probably the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. So yeah, I have to be mindful of that, especially when you get older. But anyway, we're moving forward. We are talking about standing on business. And listen, I always like these topics because it's it's got to be it kind of ties into the stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're stupid, you're stupid. If you don't say you're stupid, then you stand on the business.
So what is the business that we're standing on today, sir?
I became stupid because I was thinking about the topic.
Oh,
what is the topic again? Because I was talking about stupid people. What is the topic again? Funny. You know, I love this one because me and Doc actually have a conversation about this before about men and women and being funny and who's funny or who's not funny. You know what I mean? And for me, I guess I could jump into it.
Yeah, go on, sir. Stand on it. You know what I mean? Let them know what it is. Let them, hey, bruh.
I think people get mad at me about this, but I don't really have a lot of women comedians that I think are funny. And I be trying. I do have several. I do have some that I be like, you know what? They're pretty funny.
Wait a second. How you gonna say I ain't got a lot? I have several.
Okay, I try to smooth that over. I try to see if somebody would get past it. I don't have a lot, but I have 2. I have maybe 2 strong women comedians that I just is like, you know what? They're funny. But I be trying. I guess for me, and people try to say this too. They try to say that maybe I don't get it because I'm not a woman.
I mean, I get it.
But I'm thinking to myself, funny is funny.
I think so.
You know what I'm saying? So like, somebody's gonna get mad at me, but I'm gonna just say it.
Come on with it.
I'm gonna just say it. I feel like women comedians talk about the same things. They talk about sex, and they talk about relationships.
Okay.
I don't really feel like I've had not take that back. There's 2 comedians I know that have a different perspective when it comes to comedy. But I feel like all the other ones are talking about, like, just the past comedians. I'm not going to even say nobody's name, but just the past comedians, I feel like they just talk about sex and relationships, not having none. You know what I'm saying? You know, not trying to find the best sex partner, stuff too big, stuff too little. You know what I mean? It's like, is there any other jokes?
You don't think men comedians do that though? Like, I mean, because it's usually literally dick jokes, right? Mm-hmm. Toilet humor, right? Talking about sex, always, right? And then talk about that's usually the vast majority.
No, because I mean, like, Chappelle is not always talking about sex.
Not always, but I ain't never heard him do a set where he didn't.
True. And I'm saying, like, but I feel like it's more. I feel like it's more growth to it. I feel like when they first started, it's about that, but then as they grow, it's not always about that.
Okay. All right. So it's possible because if y'all can't figure out on this one, I'm typically the ones that's like, I think the ladies are funny. You know what I'm saying? But like, if it's somebody who is established, because we can't compare Chappelle to like, you know, somebody who's still playing clubs on a regular.
Yeah.
Chappelle play a club because he just feel like popping up on folks. But like this nigga sells out stadiums, right? So like if we're talking about your run of the mill working stand up comic right now, and those are men, women, I honestly think if it's they got more leeway, they got more runway. You know what I'm saying? They've been at it a little bit longer. They can refine their jokes. They can refine their material. But I think in general, man, it's all the same shit. It's all the same.
Okay, then I'll say this. It maybe not that they're not funny, but maybe just not a bunch of women comedians that like the percentage when it comes to men that I probably haven't seen. Maybe they don't get the opportunities as much as men. Maybe. So let's do that. Maybe they don't get as much opportunities to be on grand stages or to have their own specials. Yeah. For me to be able to see
and be like, oh damn, she legit.
Yeah, so I will say that. I will agree with that. I feel like women don't get their just due. There are two of them, like I said, that I like tremendously. I think they're hilarious, and I've only seen them at clubs. I haven't really seen them, you know, on Netflix. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying, or like a Hulu, or you know what I'm saying. So
I be catching a lot of people on YouTube. Like word is mine. Like it'd be a bunch of people that it's this comic I like, it's this comic I like, and then the recommended ones that come after that. Sometimes it'd be a bunch of people I ain't never heard of. I'm like, damn, true, kind of fun. That's how I found Josh Johnson. I found him way before the Daily Show. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying, that's how I got on that one. But okay, so
hold on. So you think men are funnier than women?
Because I'm a guy.
I mean, but you can be honest.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm a guy, I have guy sensibilities, and so some of the stuff that was, now that I know, am grown, was abhorrent in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, that shit was hilarious to me. For sure. Like word is bond. You know how much I respect Angela Bassett and her work and everything that she's done. I think she's a gorgeous woman. But like, did she know that Eat the Cake anime was gonna be like comic fodder for generations? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that is guy funny. I don't know a woman who thought that shit was funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So as such, my sensibilities go more towards guys being funnier.
So let me ask you this. In your top 5, do you have a woman comedian?
That's not fair.
In your top 10, do you have a woman comedian? In your top 15, do you have?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you.
Ladies, I'm trying, but shit.
I'm just saying. I mean, much respect to women. I love, you know, when they're comedians, and I love, you know, that's. I mean, here's the thing. A lot of the women comedians, they're funnier in movies.
They are way better actors for sure.
I would definitely agree with that. Like, I feel like some of them like. Stand up, not so much, but when they get an opportunity to improv and like to do different things, I'm like, you know what? They're actually hilarious, you know? Yeah. I'll give you a good one. Like, I've never really seen her stand up too much, but in movies, I think she's funny. Oh. It's Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah. So
I haven't seen a lot of her stand up, so I don't really know. I've seen one and I was like, but I think that movie wise, like, you ever seen a movie called Good Deeds?
Yeah,
hilarious. And then I think she was in Girls Trip.
Yeah, no, hilarious. She had a huge part in Girls Trip.
But I haven't seen a lot of stand up of her, so
that's super fair. Okay, so if we was just judging holistic funny versus a great stand up, I think those are two different arts.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. So like stand up, I got all the respect for comics, because first of all, the sack that you gotta have to get up there and just like a whole group of people that's pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Or like they came for a good time, but like they on the line of being able to cut you up.
Yeah, that's the worst one when people are coming to laugh, but then they don't laugh.
Man, listen,
bro, I have been in places like that where it's like, yeah, whatever, nigga, that ain't funny. But did you come to laugh? Excuse me? Because I will say this, and I hate when comedians say this. Is like, man, I never bombed.
What?
I've had my moments,
bro.
I've stood on stages and people were like, all right, this is, I've had that, and I don't even want to be acting like that. And then there's times where I've been on stage and I've killed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't you stay on stage? You know what I mean?
That's fair.
You know,
That's fair.
even Doc was when I was with me last time when I did a stand up.
Yeah.
And my girl was just like, you could have went longer because you and Rails was both going blow for blow as far as jokes.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah. But then there have been times.
Thank goodness I have not seen this with these. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'll try something new or I'll do. And one of my comedian friends, he's always my mentor. He always tell me like host more so you can try jokes.
Okay.
Because at least with like you host, you still like get the party going.
Yeah.
So if you fail, then it's like, all right, man, all right, let's move to the next situation.
So what about like, again, as my thought was, it's because it's coming from a male perspective, you know, this, that, and the other. But do you think that your boys hype you up or they laugh at stupid stuff that it ain't really funny?
Well, you my boy, so when it's not funny, it's not funny. And then my other boys are the same way, so I don't really have a group of people that just be like, haha, that's funny. My boys be like, listen. Even Doc, the last time I was doing comedy, he was like, bro, if you bombed, I was going to talk about it.
I was going to let you know, bro.
I was going to talk.
Bad. Bro.
And the thing that sucks, too, is my girl said the same thing. She was like, and I came for moral support, but if you sucked, I was coming for
your neck,
and
sir.
I was going to tell you, don't ever be on that stage again.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Bruh. I'll say this, and this is why I do, again, believe that ladies are funny. That they are funny because when I do see the hosting of shows, anytime like it's one of these big shows or whatever, and they get a female host, yo, she murders that James. Like every time. Every time. I ain't gonna say every dude has done great on these James. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when we get in writing groups and stuff like that, and sometimes I throw something out, you be like, how about nah? I'm like, I mean,
but you know what? But you made a good point too. I will give it to women. I feel like in movies as comedians, they do really well. I think their percentage is a little bit stronger than men when it comes to being even like the white comedians when they're actually in movies.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Compared to sometimes men, they're trying to be super funny, like it is stand up, whereas women are like, let me find my place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be funny. So yeah, man.
With that, I hope this show was funny.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And so thank you again. Again, we ask you to like, share, subscribe, all the things, all the stuff. Keep watching. We will be back. I have been the one and only Dr. Sard with...
It's your boy, Mr. Ant Davis. We here.
Yo, holla at you next time.
Yeah.
What? Hold on, player. Unless you want this shit to get nutty.